Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesdays in the Shop. I'm Yvette.
I'm Andrea.
And we're coming at you from our store in Midtown Manhattan, Gotham Quilts. And this week in our Tuesdays in the Shop, we have a cool thing to tell you about. But before we get to the meat of today's video, we wanted to also tell you that we've taken further markdowns on the in-stock inventory as part of our brick and mortar shutdown process. I sent an email out, must have been Sunday. I don't remember what
I think it was Sunday.
Whatever,
I don't know
whatever
either.
The first was, I think it was Sunday. I sent an email out letting you know that a lot of stuff that was 10% off is now 25% off. Basically, the entire store is on sale. Everything is at least 10% off, and at most about 50% off.
Most of it is more than 10 at this point.
Right. It's like half the inventory is 25% off, I think.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
And this is only while supplies last. So we're not reordering the stuff that we have on sale. We will, of course, have inventory once we are online only, but different. Not the same stuff we have now. And we're getting rid of it and coming up with some new things for you. The other thing I wanted to mention today was Club Gotham. So we started Club Gotham, I don't know, 3 years ago, something like that. And if you're not familiar with our concept, it is sort of like Amazon Prime. You pay for a year and you get all kinds of benefits for a year. Everybody's favorite benefit is that you get 10% off of fabric and pre-cuts for that whole year. And that includes, if it's already on sale, you get another 10% on top of the sale price. So even right now, when we've put the whole store on sale, if you're a Club Gotham member and you buy anything that's already on sale, you get an extra 10% off.
And the free shipping over $35.
Yes.
I think that's definitely another favorite of people.
True. So you don't have to get all the way to the $110 where we give free shipping to everyone. You have a better free shipping.
Much smaller threshold.
I'm going to put the QR code up for Club Gotham. If you want to find out more, you can scan that QR code and go to the website. It'll give you all the details of what you get for that one-year membership. And it's $125 for the year. The other really awesome benefit is Thread Talks. So Thread Talks is our monthly lecture series where every month we have a different person coming to give us a lecture about something cool that we think quilters will care about. Tomorrow is actually October's Thread Talk with Deborah Fisher.
Oh, that's going to be
from
good.
Fish Museum. There's a fly in
Circus
here.
and Museum.
Circus and Museum? Oh, Fish Museum and Circus.
Museum and Circus. I knew Circus was in there.
Yeah, I think most people just shorten it to Fish Museum.
I don't know.
But anyway, so her talk is tomorrow, and she's talking about doing good with quilting and working with nonprofits and donating and that kind of thing. It's going to be really cool. Joy is asking, will the sale price be extended to the club bundles as well? I'm not sure what that question means, Joy. Could you explain what you mean by club bundles?
If it's the Stash Society,
no.
Right. But there have been a lot of people got a discount when they signed up, depending on when you signed up.
Right. So Stash Society bundles is not inventory that we have physically in the store. Right. So that's not something we're clearancing because that is new every month and limited edition. And so those will not be going on sale.
If that's what you're talking about. If it was something else, let us know.
Let us know.
And we'll try to answer.
So I was talking about Club Gotham. So the reason I'm telling you about Club Gotham is that if you had already been a Club Gotham member, you would have gotten advanced notice and first dibs on the thing we're talking about today, which is a sample sale. Oh, Joy says it was Stash Society. Yep. Okay, cool. So we're talking today about we've basically organized the shutdown process, right? Like this is happening this week. This is happening this week. This week, we are selling off samples.
And we've collected quite a few over the years.
You have no idea how many quilts we have. And we've taken so many of them.
Oh my gosh, I have so many. Yeah, we have so many already. We've given them away.
If it's my favorite one, I'll take it home. Or if it's her favorite one, she'll take it home. And some of our employees have samples and stuff. And we still had a stack of samples.
Gosh, how many? 60 something?
53 total samples have gone on sale. And of course, these are extremely limited edition.
Right. So they're one of a kind.
One of everything. Right. We're not going to have.
Except there's one thing that I think we have two of. But that we'll get to.
There is?
These. One.
Oh, I see. Two. Yeah. So I just put the QR code up on the screen for the sample sale.
And
This
that's one of them.
is first come, first serve, 100%. So if you are a member of Club Gotham, you already got an email yesterday saying, first dibs,
Yep.
shop now before we tell the whole rest of the world. And some Club Gotham members did take
Absolutely,
advantage of that
yes.
access. So there was 53 items available, and now there's like 40 something available, which is still a pretty good amount of.
Yeah, most of them are still there, but yes, Club Gotham
We have
did get
quilts,
first dibs.
finished quilts, quilted, bound, the whole thing. And by the way, this is the perfect thing to get for holiday gifts.
Holidays are coming up.
You don't have to tell them you didn't make
That's
it.
exactly right.
It's like they know you quilt, and this
No one
year you
needs to
made
know.
them
Or
a
it could
quilt.
be a gift for yourself too. We won't tell.
That's true. Quilters tend to just make quilts for other
Exactly.
people,
We
right? So
don't-
maybe you buy one of these and keep it for yourself because you
That's
usually
right.
gift them all. The quilt behind us, this is one of our Yuma samples. This was
This is American-made brand,
Oh,
made by Chrissy
right.
D. Way back when.
So this one, we made this version of it because we were having it shown at the American Made booth at QuiltCon. And that was why we made
No,
this. And I remember that I had to quilt it right away so I could ship it to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I forgot that part.
So-
I remembered they showed Kupka.
No, it was this. Well, I don't know.
They showed both.
Yes. So this quilt, this is a version of our free Yuma quilt pattern, which you probably have seen 80 versions of because we've made it over and
Many.
over again with different
Oh, there's
collections,
at
right?
least 3 versions for sale. In the
Yes,
sample set.
samples. But this version, I think, is one of the cooler ones. Well, I mean, they're all cool, but like the story behind this one is interesting.
Yeah, this is one of the
Way
oldest
back in the
ones.
day, I quilted this when we were still
Yep,
upstairs
when
in
we
the
were up in
studio.
little studio.
We had only American made brand solids back then. We bought that whole group, and
yeah,
that was
they
it.
had just launched those about the same time that we started.
Yes. Yep.
And we really wanted to support American-made products. And we carried them for a year or two, but unfortunately the quality wasn't up to
It
our
wasn't
standards.
consistent. Yeah.
But
But before we switched from them, we were pretty friendly with it's part of RJR, right? Which was the parent? No, Clothworks is
yes,
the parent company.
Clothworks, yeah.
So we were pretty friendly with them because we
Mhm.
were one of the first shops to really carry it and
Mhm.
invest in it.
And we had
like,
all the colors.
yeah. So they reached out to us about showing this pattern in their booth, in their fabrics. And Andrea designed this layout, and we had Chris, our friend Chris, make the
I
sample.
think Chris made this. I don't think I had anything
Oh,
to
you
do
think
with
Chris
it.
designed it too?
I do.
Who knows? It was 2017. We don't
Yeah,
remember.
but they did hang up Kupka too, because that was also made.
But the interesting
Originally.
story about this is that because this color is white and this color is a
Yeah.
very pale gray, when I went to quilt it and I put it on Warm and Natural's natural
yeah.
batting,
I forgot.
you couldn't tell the difference between the white and the light gray. And I was not willing to send this quilt to Quilt Market with it looking wrong, right? Like we
See, I had forgotten
made this.
all about this.
So I special ordered white batting. And
in
it
the
took
picture, I'm not even sure
forever.
if, I think
No, you can totally tell that
Okay,
it's white.
yeah, barely. But yes, there is a difference.
So I had to ship this quilt on whatever day it was. And the batting showed up like the day before. And I still had a full-time job. So I get the batting, I come to the store, I plop the quilt on the long arm, quilt it really quick, trim it, bind it, and go straight to the post office to ship it out.
This was when you actually bound yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Normally that's my job.
Yep. So like lots of my sweat and tears are in this one, not actual
There's
sweat or
there's a
tears.
couple things here that we've had to either like get under the
We are always under
right.
a deadline in some way. And like, if you've ever taken a quilting class with me, I always talk about how I try to optimize my time because I have so many things I have to do and deadlines and stuff. So like, I'll plan my quilting ahead of time on paper so that when I sit down with the quilt, I don't have to think much. I just quilt, right? And in this case, because this is a Yuma and we had made so many different Yumas, every time we have a new Yuma sample, I try to quilt it differently than
We
the
should
last
show
one.
them some of the other ones
Yeah,
because
okay.
they're all quilted
Oh, sorry, I pushed the
differently. The
table.
one right on top there.
Yeah,
that
I
one's-
love
most of them are
this one.
custom quilted.
Remind me what the name of this collection
Palm
was?
Canyon by Violet Craft.
This one was pretty popular. We sold a lot of this
Yeah.
kit. And in this one, I was getting,
It's so pretty.
actually, this is,
a lot of straight
see
line.
these like diagonal
Was
quilting
this
things?
ruler?
Yeah, so there's a lot of ruler work
And then-
in this one. And this is a technique that
Little loop-de-loop here.
Angela Walters calls point-to-point quilting, this thing here. And
So
I
all
had
the
taken a
big
class with her.
Triangles are that.
So this is the same pattern, right?
Yep.
But it looks completely different because it's done in different
And
fabrics.
then we have a handcrafted. I think the next one on top, I think, is a handcrafted that also looks completely different.
So the original Yuma used these batiks from Alice in Glass,
But not
from
this
years and years and years
version.
ago.
Yeah, it was a different. I think this was our second or third handcrafted batik.
And I'm pretty sure that when I quilted this one, I was in a bad mood and in a rush. Usually I'm just in a rush.
Yeah,
so
this one is not
just
cut.
has
I mean,
wiggles.
yeah,
just
it's not
horizontal.
There is not
wiggles.
different quilting in
Nope,
each square.
very quick and easy.
But yeah, this is a nice one too.
I like the colors in this one a lot. Do we have any other Yumas in this pile?
That's it.
Okay,
in
so
this
3
batch.
Yumas.
I
this
have one at
pile.
my house.
I have 2 at my house.
Oh, you have 2 at your house.
I have the one that was in
The other batik version.
the one that never got quilted. Yes, you have the
Oh.
first batik.
Yeah, I have the
one.
first one. That's on my couch, used all the time.
Yeah, and I have there was an intermediary. There was the original batik one, and then this batik one. But in the middle, there was another one.
That we had used one of the fabrics that they gave us advanced yardage, and then they ended up dropping one of the colors we used for the big triangle, and so we couldn't do that.
And we couldn't
one.
use it, so I have that quilt at home because that was from before I had a long arm, and I had basted it, and I was going to quilt it on my home machine.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. And it's still in my house, still basted.
And then there's
in
another
a closet.
version with Charlie Harper fabrics that never actually got finished pieced.
Right.
I have the pieces to that, but
Yeah,
it
that was
never
one of
got
the ones I
sewn
said I was
together.
going to piece, and I don't like piecing, so it never actually got made.
And then
And then the one
I
I have hanging up in my bedroom is the one in the
Carkai.
Caroline Friedlander Carkai. Yeah.
So we've done
Anyway.
a lot, and there was another version, another solid version that actually has already sold.
Yes, the blue one.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Back to what we were supposed to be talking about. So this is one of the samples that's for sale now, and has a special place in my.
All the
You know.
Yumas, I think, do. But
Yeah.
so
And
there's
we're
the
gonna
Palm
keep making
Canyon.
Yumas. Don't be
Oh, yeah,
worried
for sure.
that we're like some
we
other
have the Moon
collection will come in.
Garden top.
Oh right, I forgot.
So that's actually but it's still downstairs. It's
Okay.
hanging up.
Yeah.
So there is actually a quilt top using Tula Pink Moon Garden
In that same design.
in this pattern as well.
So that's another category
But
of
we're using
samples
it
that
as
we're selling.
a divider at the moment.
And I
so.
just picked a random one. So the term for just having a quilt top, depending on who you talk to, is flimsy, but most people just say quilt
Really?
top, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that.
This is another one that
This
we're
one
selling.
is so pretty.
This is, what was this pattern called?
Phase. So
And
modern handcraft.
We figured that rather than quilting it and selling it as a finished quilt, maybe some quilters might actually want to buy just the top so they can
Right.
practice their quilting on it, right?
And this one would be so good.
This is such a cool quilt. Like
You
I
could
want
do
this
so
quilt.
much with the quilt.
Yeah.
Do some really cool.
This would be
quilting
perfect
here.
for negative space and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
And some of these are yarn. 1, 2, 2 are yarn dyes, and 2 are solids.
yeah.
And then a solid background.
Yeah, this is a really nice quilt. So one category of samples that we have are finished quilts, like the one behind us. Another category are tops, like the one we just shown.
And then we have a couple
The
other
one we
just
just
like
shown. Yeah,
Yes,
that was
shown.
great English.
little things like this. So this was this is also just a top.
Right.
It's kind of a weird size, but you could use it as a little table topper or something.
Or just to practice with.
Yeah, or just to practice. It's not too expensive, but this is leftovers from when we
Homemade.
did the
Tula
decorative
Pink
stitches.
homemade. Yeah.
And we did a quilt. It was a block of the month. That's what it was. And I did videos for each of the blocks. And
Right.
so these were the blocks that I made in the videos.
Yep. Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
just a random little thing.
So
but-
that's two categories, finished quilts and tops. And then a third category is things that are not quilts.
stuff.
So for example, we have this sample of the, what is it called?
Stow.
Stow bag. This is a really nice bag if you,
This is a
for
cotton
knitting.
linen blend.
yep. And it has pockets on the inside and it's so cute. And it has
Yeah,
this bias
it's very.
edge.
It's such a good size.
They show it like this where you put the,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. But yeah,
Um,
there's 5 pockets on the inside.
the beauty of this is you don't have to make it yourself.
All the seams are finished. It's perfect for lunch,
Right.
carrying, shoes, your knitting project, or
Yep.
your
Or your
EPP.
handwork. Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
And embroidery. And we do also have the pattern for this. So if you want to
Mhm.
make your own, you just go on our website and look for Stow, STOWE.
And I've made a couple of these, and they always turn out nice.
We have, is it
There's also a
two
large size.
garments?
We have this
This is
Scout
a
tee.
sample of the Scout tee, which is a t-shirt made with woven fabrics.
Yes.
And we used the voile to make this sample, an Allison Glass one that's way long discontinued.
Yes, it is. But it's a very lightweight.
You can tell, right? It's like
it has
airy.
a really nice drape, really lightweight. It makes a really nice
and it's like kind of a
shirt.
shapeless shirt, so it fits a lot.
It's a little boxy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no darts. It's not fitted.
Yep. I used to wear this sample all the time.
So this one has been washed.
Yes, this one has been washed. And the other garment, I guess, do we have the skirt too, or just the jacket and the shirt?
We're just going to donate that skirt.
Okay. So this is the Scout tee. And then this is a jacket sample that I made years ago.
Which I will model here.
Yeah, so this was a pattern that got discontinued. I love this pattern, but they don't sell it anymore.
Yeah, we sold a lot of these.
We sold a bunch of these. It's a really flattering jacket.
So yeah, she actually tried to make it for me, and I asked her to make it with long sleeves.
Longer sleeves,
because I have very long arms.
Yeah, because you're very tall.
And then she forgot to do that. So this is just the pattern as is.
Right.
We think it was the large.
I don't remember.
I did put measurements in the description.
So if you scan the QR code and you go to that jacket, there's measurements for the actual measurement of the jacket.
But
we don't.
It is actually meant to be like sort of a 3/4 sort of thing.
I love this detail where the inside is a different fabric.
But it's not. It's substantial.
Yeah.
It's it's warm.
Essex
and
Robert
soft.
Kaufman Essex.
So yeah, so the exterior is a linen cotton blend from Essex Robert Kaufman, and then the lining and the contrast here, also nice big pockets, was one of the yarn dyes from Carolyn Friedlander's Harriet collection.
Oh yeah, that was a long time
and
ago.
They go together. They look really nice together.
Also, just look how nicely I did the pockets. Like, look at
She did do a really good job.
I was
just
so
wish
proud
that
of myself.
the sleeves were longer. I probably would have kept it. But my loss is your gain.
Oh, Hank is saying he was in my class for this.
Oh, nice.
I think I maybe did 2 classes for this jacket
before
they discontinued the pattern.
So
this was such a good beginner sweater,
it's a nice
garment.
box, boxy shape.
Yeah. Very flattering.
Yeah.
And easy to wear.
Very easy.
So those are the 2 garments that we have offered.
Yeah, those are the only garments.
The next one I was going to show you is we have 2
and these are nice
sewing machine covers.
These are ones that if you don't have to make yourself.
I know, it's kind of a pain. These are by Amy
a lot
patterns.
going on here.
When she launched this sewing machine cover, I would like to take
It was actually
credit.
at your request.
I would like to take credit for her it's called Undercover.
Yes.
Is the name of her pattern.
Uh-huh.
And when we went to market, I don't know, 2 years in a row, and she always is in her booth at market with all her different patterns and stuff.
Very approachable, very
and
nice.
She's so friendly and everything. We were working on having her come to visit us.
Oh, that's right.
And in conversation, I said to her, like, the one thing you don't have that I wish you had was a sewing machine cover pattern, because I'd been looking for one for us to sell. And all of them were either too boring or too complicated or too
just not
tacky
or not modern. Yeah, they're very fuddy-duddy.
Yeah. So she came up with a pattern, and it's called Undercover. And we made 2 samples because we loved it so much. And
it
this
is
was
a great
when
pattern. She's such a good pattern writer.
She is, but I think she did overcomplicate this one a little bit. It's like a lot of work to make this.
It is.
So if you could just buy a
being
one
the one that
already
made
done.
both of them.
So this one I had this idea to embroider. Oh, it's backwards on the screen, but it says "My Precious." This was back when like Lord of the Rings had just come out, and like, or
it was
the
way
movie.
after that. But
No, the movie part.
The movie came out in like 2000.
Then I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the point is, it says "My Precious" on it, and this is the size that fits
the three series
of
a Bernina.
Or like a normal sewing
Also,
machine.
measurements are in the description.
Yep.
But yeah, so there's a pocket in the back to slide your table. There's a zipper pocket in the front for your manual or what have you.
And at the top, it opens
mesh
so you
pocket
can like
for your foot pedal.
reach your handle through it.
Another zipper pocket on this side.
It's like a lot.
It is. It's a really nice machine cover.
Will the small fit a 400 series? No, it fits a 300 series.
It will, but it's really tight.
Well,
because
you know
I
what?
did try it on.
Oh, you tried it
I
on ours?
did,
Yeah. I would say no.
So you'd have to take, the table off, but I think you have to take the table off anyway.
I don't remember. And here's the big one. So this one fits a 5 series or a 7 series. Wait, and a 7 series or not a 7 series? I think and a 7.
It's supposed to be both.
Oh my God. Okay, Siri thought I was talking to her.
Well, Siri, does it fit a 7 series?
And we used
I believe it does.
discontinued Bernina fabric for this
we
one.
have this fabric. Or we
I
did.
thought this was the one we didn't have anymore.
They came out with it again.
Oh. Anyway,
I don't
we used
remember if we
Bernina
have it.
fabric, and again, we embroidered My Precious.
And all the same pockets,
yeah,
back,
pockets. The inside is red.
2 zippers.
And it's quilted with just straight lines.
Yeah, they're
it's
both
a little
both
dusty,
just
but
straight
I
line.
promise to, sticker it before I send it
we'll,
off.
We'll use our lint roll.
So these are really cool, and it actually is kind of expensive to make one of these because it takes
a lot
that interfacing, the
soft and
zippers,
stable.
the soft and stable, right? So
yeah,
another good reason to buy this from us instead of making it yourself.
On the top to keep the opening at the top
forgot,
closed. But that's so that you can reach in and grab the handle while the cover is still on. These are, and the soft and stable does add a nice little bit of protection. So if you're
it's like a nice texture and it stands up. It doesn't
going
collapse.
back and forth to classes.
Yep.
It could be nice for that too.
Continuing with the Bianni's theme, this is our not original, but one of our first samples using this fabric that's now discontinued from Moda. It was called Passport.
Yes,
and this is another Bianni's pattern called the Stash and Dash. Yeah. It's a really nice little bag.
And we did, so 3 mesh pockets. On the outside, there's a vinyl pocket. You could add your
pattern
or your contact info or whatever.
Yep, it's a nice one. And it's like a nice size to carry around. Like it's not huge.
And once you pack it, it'll, the strap is adjustable so you can still keep it closed.
And sort of along the same lines, this is a sew together bag. So not a Bianni's pattern, but this is one of our most popular patterns.
We've sold
classes.
I don't even
we
know
did how many classes on this bag?
How many versions of this we've come out with?
So this is a New York version. So the outside fabric is that City Lights print that we still have, and on the inside is prints that are long gone that are like New Yorky.
Yeah,
like
so
the apple,
and then
the zippers are all the different colors, and this is really a nice tool bag to take to classes.
I keep all my embroidery Sashiko stuff in one.
I think the last thing we wanted to show you some examples of is scarves. So way back in like 2017 or 2016.
Oh, it was even before that. We were doing craft fairs before we even had a store, I think. When we were online only.
But I don't think that was for that. I think that those were for when we vended at the Empire show.
I think you're right.
So I think it was like 2016.
We have quite a few scarves.
So we had this idea that we would make finished things to sell at this show, and it was an epic failure. No one wanted them.
Yeah, nobody bought any scarves.
And our friend Susie sewed most of these.
Well, we did. I don't.
No, Susie did.
Okay, well.
And Andrea designed this really simple pattern, which we have on our website, I think. And it's just 2 pieces of fabric with a twist. It's like a Mobius, right?
Most of them have a twist.
And it's just a cute scarf.
And you might recognize the fabric. This particular fabric is one of the original cotton and steel prints.
Because that was like the first year they launched.
I believe so. And so this particular one, the octopus mystery food, this is a
voile.
Lawn, a voile. And the other side is a double gauze.
Yeah, it's really soft and nice.
They get so soft.
So we have, 15 of these or something
like that left. Yeah, this is another.
These have been in a bag in the back somewhere for 8 years.
In the basement for quite a while.
Doing nothing. So when we were prepping for this sample sale, we were like, oh, we can finally sell those scarves. And this is also a perfect gift. Like,
they're
who doesn't like a
warm
scarf?
Too, to be honest, like if you're just a little bit chilly and you need just a little bit, like this is perfect.
When we were vending at that show, we wore them all the time. The whole show. This one we did voile on both sides.
So there is a mix. Some are all voile. None of them are all gauze.
This one is.
Oh, you're right. Okay. You proved me wrong. So some of them are all gauze.
This is probably the softest because it's double gauze on both sides.
But so these have not been washed, and they will get softer every time you wash it. I have a baby quilt at home with these 2 fabrics, and it's just so soft.
Oh, I forgot about that quilt.
Yeah, it's the quilt we leave in the car.
So this, I think, is like the best option.
So original cotton and steel. Here's one with Anna Maria.
Oh, right.
Which I couldn't figure was, and I couldn't find it anywhere either because this was back
I mean, that's so
before
old. Yeah.
Free Spirit got sold and
Back when Free
bought
Spirit
again.
didn't anymore.
There's some Alexander Henry ones. Oh, the other side of this one is an Alexander Henry lawn or voile. There's also some organic Cloud 9 voile designed by Lisa Congdon.
Yeah, I think I showed that one. Right?
So that, yeah, this one. These also have a tiny bit of metallic on them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So a little bit of everything going on there. But they do all have pictures and descriptions on the website. So that's,
I think that covers basically what we wanted to show you. The point is we have quilts, we have quilt tops, we have non-quilt samples, plus the scarves, the 15 scarves or whatever. All right.
Sorry about that.
That's better. Did that work now?
These microphones just churn through
we
the
actually hadn't
batteries.
changed that one in a long time. So I can see the little thing moving. So hopefully everyone can hear us.
Somebody could just let us know that we're working again. That would be great.
Yeah, stupid batteries. Woo.
Yay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Linda. I forgot what I was saying. I think I was saying don't wait to go check out.
Because they are one of a kind.
Yep. The sample sale is, what's there is all we have. When it's gone, it's gone. And yeah, that's about all we wanted to talk about today. Let us know if you have any questions. You can always send us an email. It's info@gothamquilts.com. And we do have some more stuff planned for you as part of the closing the retail store down. So while most people are sad that we're closing the brick and mortar down,
as are we,
you do get a little bit of a benefit.
Yes.
Like there are some things happening that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
And even brand new fabric is on sale.
That's true. The stuff that's arrived in the last week, we immediately put 10%
and
off.
Some of the things that are not that old is at 25% off too.
Yep.
So
grab some deals, grab some samples, and we'll be back next week with more of us. Something we don't know.
We'll see.
Thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.